Hey, I'm Giselle, and in this video, I will guide you through the process of acquiring the S plus rank for the professional difficulty in the Resident Evil Remake DLC separate ways. So, this is the first encounter you're going to have to go through. You have to defeat Black Robe, and this is a pretty straightforward fight. I would say try your best to aim for his head, and if you deal enough damage, as long as you stay away, you should be fine. He's quite slow. The only issue is sometimes he can like perform a plunging attack, but as long as you stay away, you should be fine. When he starts like multiplying, like using the Shadow Clown Jutsu, just look for the right one, like just like that. He spawns in front of you, and then you can use your TMP to deal a lot of damage like really fast. Again, just try to focus on his head. That's where you deal the most amount of damage. And if you play the cards right, you should end this encounter without getting hit. So this is not a speed run, right? We're going to sometimes take our time, explore, try to collect as many treasures as possible. That way we can afford the best upgrades, but also sometimes we will choose to just run past some things, like some very annoying things, try not to die in the process.
Stick to the high ground.
Right here, there's a special, I'll say, path you must follow. As soon as you drop down, you want to take that girl over there out, but do make sure to grab the green herb, stab her, and then turn back. There's going to be a guy coming from this door right here. I actually recommend crouching, that way he doesn't spot you. And you can take your time. I mean, you don't have to rush it. Sometimes you can walk like very slowly next to the door and you can stab him at the moment he goes through the door. But I don't want to, sometimes when you get a good run on the first encounter, like when you don't get hit, you should just try to play it safe. Collect the treasure, we're going to need that later. Get those resources. Climb over here. And there's going to be some gunpowder and a grenade. Now, there's like a girl down there which can spot you, so I'm going to crouch here just because I don't want to be. You don't have to, like you don't have to, but I remember a run where she spotted me and basically she told everybody about it, which sucks. Grab the, I'll say, the rifle. This is very good early on. Drop down. See, she turned around the moment we jumped down, which is quite unfortunate, but fortunately she didn't see us somehow. By going this route, you ensure that they don't spot you, and basically you don't die a painful death, because everybody's going to try to shoot at you, and it actually makes this level easy, as long as you play your cards right. This, however, is very toxic. I don't even mind using the cannon to destroy everything here, because, well, you can use your handgun, but why would I do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would anybody do that? You can make, I'm pretty sure you can just ignore those guys and just wait for the cannon to shoot and then you go in, but it's so easy to be stun locked in this game that I don't want to risk it. I mean, not yet. I will, but not yet. Here you can decide to ignore every item those enemies dropped, but because it's going to be quite tight to have money in the beginning of the level of the game, I recommend trying to collect as many items as you can, which may imply killing as many enemies as you can. And just like that, chapter 1 is over. Just like that, it was that easy. But trust me, it took me 5 or 6 tries to get this one right. And usually I wouldn't advise saving that early, but because of the randomness of your runs, I would personally save here because I was good. 4 minutes for like chapter 1, that's really good, and we didn't get hit a single time. So I think that's a big W, and I will save here because I don't want to do that again. I don't think I will be able to do that again. So if you feel confident, don't save. We still have like 9 saves to like share among like what, 7 chapters, so we should be good. We should be pretty good. Also, This is my, I'll say that was my first run where I didn't use the Chicago Sweeper, because you can use any bonus weapon you unlocked, and also the tickets, the exclusive tickets are also available. You can use them to get the infinite ammo, or you can just sell them. You can sell as many tickets as you want, which is awesome. So I don't think you need to kill any of those guys, but I just, why would I not kill them if I can? Like, why not? So kill those guys, make sure you just bump into them and just run away. I didn't kill that guy because I was questioning my knife durability, because the more you use your knife, the more you're going to have to repair it. That's a downside. But yeah, grab this treasure, and this is going to be the scariest part, one of the scariest part in the game, because everybody is going to come at you. And the problem is we can't waste a single second. We almost got grabbed here, and I think we end up being hit. Oh, we don't. That was very that was, yeah, basically I think you really need to grab that herb, that yellow herb, and just pray that you don't get stunlocked, because you can die there. If the bull hits you, then a bow is going to hit you too, and then a guy grabs you and bam, you're dead in like 2 seconds. That's actually insane, but it happens. I believe me, it happens, and you're going to be pissed if you didn't save like 1 minute ago. So yeah. Also, sorry if I sound weird. I got the flu and my voice is not what it used to be, for better or for worse, so there is that. This is a cabin, and this is not your typical cabin. It's not as toxic. I feel like you can ignore everybody here, but I do want to grab some items, because again, it's very difficult to have the proper items, but I want to make sure that I aggro like the enemies here, because I want them to move, especially the ones opening the gates. Sometimes on your way back they can like, grab you. We don't want that to happen, so strongly recommend just shooting a couple of bullets just to make them know, let them know that you're here. Now we have to cross the bridge and hope we don't get hit by a bow and the bull at the same time. It can happen, trust me. Okay, we did get hit by the bow, but hopefully, I mean, we got lucky there, because it could have been so much worse. So much worse. Don't save just yet. I think if you made it past the cabin and the bridge, you don't have to save, because there's nothing troublesome ahead. You should just knife that guy. Also, whenever you try to break some crates, you should try to do so manually. Like, don't try to press X or whatever button you have to pick up items, because the animation is longer, you know, and sometimes you need to move fast. But also, since we are trying to get as much money as possible, we will go for like some specific merchant requests, including those medallions, which are very, I think at some point I forgot where that one was, the one I was supposed to hit. I could have used a rifle, but that would be a waste of amazing ammo. And that lady over there is, she's pretty much dead. I really like the grappling hook. This is so useful, and playing as Ada made me realize I wish Leon actually had a grappling hook, especially when you're too far to, I would say, when you're too far to melee enemies. Anyway. This is like Campana, and we need to ring the bell. You don't have to do anything other than just making your way to the church. Honestly, that they're going to run after you, but they can reach you. If you still want to deal with them, you can wait for them to gather in one spot and then kill them. But you really don't have to. They will all like lose on the aggro once you get through the cutscene, and that's it. Break those crates, then go on the roof. It's going to be, I think it's like a ruby. So you pick the ruby and also a yellow herb. And then, well, you need to kill a specific villager. The one wearing glasses, because we can sell the glasses for 3,000 pesetas. Which is not much, I admit, but in the beginning that's a lot of money. So he's going to be, usually he's like the first one. Yeah, he's like the first one, and kill him, loot the glasses, and move away, because if you disrupt their ranks, they're going to attack you, and you can just ignore them. But again, 6,000 is a lot of money, so we definitely, as long as you keep running, they shouldn't be able to get to you. See, they're going to soon the aggro, just like that. They have to go to La Campana. They just have to. They have to go play bingo. So, here what I usually do is break everything and go inside, collect every single item, and then I would save. I would save here because this can be a very annoying boss fight. I want to show you why. Especially that early, you basically have to fight the guy twice with basically nothing. You have to like make something out of nothing, which is it's tricky. So collect everything, and then you can go back and save if you want. If you feel confident about going through this fight without saving, just, I mean, do you. But first of all, we want to sell every treasure we acquired this far. See, that's like 21,000. It isn't much, but it's something. I'm also going to sell my handgun because I won't be using it, my Blacktail AC. I won't be using for this run, and I don't think you will either, because the TMP is more than enough for what we will do. I know that the shotgun sounds tempting, and you should prioritize maybe you should prioritize the case upgrade. I feel like it's way, because if you can collect more items, it means you have more things to sell and more things to combine, and overall your run is going to be easier. So right now we're going to upgrade the rifle because it's going to be the most damaging weapon early on. You can use the TMP, but I feel like it's easier to land those headshots using the rifle. And we're going to use a speedrunner strat. I'm going to like pause the game a lot, but keep in mind I'm playing with a controller, which is not easy. It's not easy to perform those actions when you're using controller, like pausing the game and trying to adjust your aim with the the right stick. It's quite tricky. This encounter is just like the first one. Stay away and land those headshots. If you do, then you're going to make the fight easier than it has to be. And also you can see that it's really tricky for me to, I'm not as proficient at doing this as someone using like a mouse and keyboard will be. And that was actually my first time trying that, and I feel like because of the way the enemies move in this game, trying to land those shots is very difficult if you don't like try to cheese the game a little bit. You know, trying to just pause the game and land the shots, you know, it's very difficult. Some enemies can duck, this guy can disappear, he can dash away, so it's very tricky. Like, confidently make those shots. So whenever you close the gap and he's done like that, you can then use the TMP, and at some point he's going to summon. I feel like the first time he just summons one doppelganger, and you can spot the real one because he tends to just lay back. He tends to do that. Sometimes you can go through this encounter without getting hit, but it's very weird. Just to make sure you don't get cornered, and try not to shoot through a clown because they tend to absorb damage. It's not going to, like, the bullet is not going to go through them. They're going to fully absorb it. So try to only shoot I'll say the original. Whenever she says that the fog is getting thicker, then you can see that he has like 2 clowns now, which is it's not like terrible, but also be very careful. When I was playing through this section, I thought that guy just gave up because he wasn't moving. I felt like he just lost the will of, like, he didn't want to fight anymore, but turns out he was like super stunned. I was even surprised it lasted that long. I could have definitely capitalized on that, but I didn't realize it until it was too late. You would notice that I'm being careful. Like whenever I see that I can't safely land the shot, I just back off. Those clowns are very, very difficult to handle. You should always just focus on the main guy and the main guy alone. And also I suck at parrying, so yeah, there it is. And just like that, we defeated Black Roll for the 2nd time. And I think we're looking fine. It's pretty decent. The time was... We saved a bunch of time on chapter 1, which means that we can just allow ourselves to collect some items. Again, this is not a speed run, even though we may sometimes run past basically the whole game. But honestly, I gotta say, this DLC was like what, $10, and for the amount of content we've gotten, I feel like this is a steal. Any other company would have sold this DLC for $30, and to be honest, it is worth the money. $10 for like 6 hours. It took me for my first, I'll say for my first run, it took me 6 hours on hardcore to beat the game, so definitely a lot of fun. I've played AAA games that I paid $60 for, and I beat those games in like 3 hours. So this DLC coming out at $10 is... I can't wait for Resident Evil 5, and I really hope they're going to remake the game and keep the club experience, because that was all I'm asking for. Being able to go through the game, trying to get professional Let's Plays with a friend, that'll be very wholesome. So anyway, back to the game. We need to, again, we can allow ourselves to go left, go right, collect some items. We need to make our way to the village chief cabin, I think. But I don't think we're going to fight, we're going to fight anytime soon. So we can just relax, just a little bit. Not too much, because that's how you die. If you relax too much in this game, you can die to some bullshit. So be careful. And that was chapter 2. Oh, okay. So chapter 2 is done. That was also, what, quite decent. Like time-wise, that was decent. And now we need to go through chapter 3, which has like one very sketchy part. I mean, it's not difficult. I'm talking about the 2 chainsaw mini bosses in the prison. Like, we don't have to fight them. But even trying to just turn the valve is, it can be very scary. But hopefully, we'll be able to prevail. Back here, just make sure to collect everything you can collect before you trigger. I mean, you can still ignore everything and get it on the 2nd time you get back to the mansion. But why would we do that? Just do it now. Be sure to grab the egg in the oven. Can give you basically like 30% of your life, which is significant. Grab the clock, and we're not done yet. Grab the key and then keep moving. Break the crate, grab the herb, and something I like to do is I would combine red, yellow, and green, and I won't use them. I would actually sell them, because whenever you combine all 3, they can sell for 10k, and 10,000 is a lot of money. It's like basically a treasure. So yeah, hold on to those. Unless you really need the health, I think you should also consider setting those healing items. Be sure to take a hard right whenever you come to the door, because the grabber is going to go instantly for you the moment you open the door or you go past the door. And the TMP is not good at killing people because the enemies are very tanky in this difficulty, but it's very good at staggering them and stopping them, because when they are running toward you like that, they will grab you. First they will punch you and then instantly grab you, so you want to stop them, and whenever you can, hug the walls. There was like a grabber onto our left, and you may not have seen him, but he was there. So whenever you do, whatever you do, whenever you're actually trying to run past enemies, like try to look away from them, and sometimes they will whiff. As I learned that playing I'll say the original professional difficulty, like in the base game. Sometimes just looking at the floor can sometimes can prevent you from getting hit. I feel like the chances of you getting hit whenever you're looking at the enemy increases significantly compared to when you're trying to look away. And here, I think against my best judgment, I'm not going to save, because like I said, this is not a troublesome part, it's just about being lucky. And because there's going to be another merchant, we don't have to worry about upgrading anything yet, but maybe, just maybe, having like a case upgrade seems like a better option. So yeah, also you don't have to grab the merchant's request for them to be for you to receive the rewards. All you have to do is just perform the task, and that's it. I also don't have to kill anybody except the dude wearing Leon's jacket. I actually I found this like so funny. Like, those guys are like mindless humans. They don't know what they're doing. But these guys decided to look fashionable by grabbing the jacket. And I have to respect that guy he was like, yeah, I may not be myself, but I'm going to make sure I look good. I will always respect someone trying to look good. Don't forget about the crossbow. It's not we won't use it really, like we will, but it's not a terrible weapon. It's not like a terrific weapon until you upgrade it, but we won't be upgrading it. Just grab it and it will be useful, like sometimes. I feel like the rifle and the TMP are more than enough to go through the entire game. I did beat the professional difficulty with only the Chicago Sweeper, and just make sure that you can collect enough treasures to get the rocket launcher. I tried to beat Sadler on hardcore, and he was so tanky I just gave up. I don't even know what it looks like to defeat him. Like, I just don't want to know.
These belong to Luis.
While we are making our way back, we don't have to kill any of the enemies. If anything, it's going to slow us down, and we don't want that to happen. So what I would do is save flash grenade I can use to stun the chainsaw lady. That lady is the only threat we have to worry about right now. I mean, those guys, just wait for them to like maybe throw their weapons, and then you can. It's safe to go. They're going to be busy reloading. That guy is going to come like straight for you. It's okay. There's going to be a lady with a knife. Stun her. I mean, stagger her. Go behind her. And here is when I would use my flash grenade. That way you can buy me enough time to use the valve. And this is where the nightmare begins. You just have to pray he doesn't open the door before you're done, and then you can celebrate, like maybe perform a little dance. You made it. I mean, not really. We still have a long way to go, but this can be scary, especially when you're not trying to kill everything in sight. And if you missed some items, this is the time to get those items in the house right now, because we won't be coming here a third time. But before we go through the main door again, we need to go to the back door and collect one treasure. I think there's a lot of treasures you can ignore. I used to like get the treasure map, but I figured there's only one treasure you really need to get. It's like the crown, where you can equip like 5 jewels and sell it for 100,000. That's a lot and we don't want to miss it. Here, I would say use your rifle to hit the second guy in the head, because that guy, if you don't like, if you try to run away from him, he can follow you all the way to the merchant and alert everybody there. So I get hit, but thank God I got the egg. See, he's transforming, but whenever they are transformed, they can't open doors, which is significant because there's the door right here. I actually learned the hard way that he will follow you, and he actually got me killed. So yeah, make sure that he actually transforms, and then you can go here. And because there won't be any more merchant, this is the time to upgrade our rifle by selling the jackets too. We can sell the jacket, and we need to prioritize flash grenades and upgrading the damage, the firepower of the rifle. So I would say it's safe to combine. It is safe to combine the treasures, and yeah, maybe even acquire, I don't know. Oh, definitely sell the handgun ammo, because we don't have any handgun, so that will be dumb to keep those, and they just take some space. Also, I'm considering selling the mixed herb right now, but no, I could just sell my exclusive tickets for like 80 a piece, but I feel like that wouldn't be fair for this run, because I can assure you I did it already, and that was it made the whole professional run quite trivial. I mean, it's still toxic, but it's nowhere near as hard as it is to do it without any, I'll say, help. But you do whatever you have to do to survive. I'm just trying to show you that it's possible to do so without having to rely on using the money. There's a treasure. I mean, oh god, I don't understand how I almost died there. And this is the thing about this game. He almost hit me a third time, by the way. There's like an egg, gold chicken egg on the bed you definitely want to get. And that's it. Right now, all we have to do is just run and make it to the door. And hopefully without getting hit again, because I didn't expect to get hit there. Sometimes the guy can be somewhere else, and I think it's a bit unfair. Like, you're done vaulting a window and bam, you get hit. It gives you like half a second to react, which is very unfair. And as you can see, that lady came all this way. She really wanted to grab us. Unfortunately, she ran all this way just to fall so close to her goal. What a sad story. I don't like those guys, the the run enders guys. They tend to just be so annoying. That lady needs to lose the pitchfork, because they don't want you to actually see how tanky they can be. That's why I said that the TNP isn't good for killing them. It's good for keeping them away. If you try to kill them using the TNP, you're just going to like waste so much ammo. It's not viable. So my plan was to save here, and then reload my save. That way it's going to like T-spawn those enemies. But unfortunately, I was still in combat, which is unfortunate, and that lady took way too many bullets, and on top of that, she transformed, because why would she not transform? We love those. Whenever it happens, I'm like, of course. So now I can finally save, but I mean, you can save if you want. The fight against El Gigante is easier than the fight against, I mean, if you know what to do, the fight is easier than fighting Black Robe. the black roll because you just have like to swing away like left, right, and just make sure you never go down. Never ever go down. There's going to be like 5 or 6 enemies waiting for you, including like grabbers, and you never go down. Instead, I'm going to use the like pressing start and trying to aim properly. It's like I suck at this. I really do. So hopefully you're not going to struggle as much as I did. I feel like it's something you have to just get used to, and eventually you become efficient at performing those. It was very tricky for me to move my stick while pressing start, and I figured it would have been very easier if I had a keyboard and my mouse in my other hand, because it's such so, I don't know. So whenever the parasite is exposed, that's when you can use your flash grenade. It will most of the time just stun him, just like that. And now that thing moves so much that honestly I don't think it's viable to try to hit it without pausing the game. It's so much harder to hit it. You will notice that I'm trying to swing back and forth, that way he won't like destroy the houses like fast. This fight used to be quite difficult before I learned about the fact that I could just pause the game to aim properly. And sometimes I would overdo it, like sometimes I would have like an easy shot and I would try to pause the game. And some other times I would think the shot would be easy and I would miss. I would be like, hey, I would miss, I actually wish I paused the game. But see, right there I've wasted some like very precious seconds trying to reload. I don't even have to pause the game there. It's like an easy shot, he's not moving. But that was like, I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself hitting those easy shots, so I became over reliant on the cheese. I mean, who doesn't love cheese? Cheese is like the best. But yeah, I'm confident you will do this faster than I did. But yeah, this is, looking back, this is kind of painful to watch. But also, at least we're not dead. At least we are still not dead, which is a good thing. He's going to once again go down. I reckon that was I'll say questionable shot, so he didn't take it. And I feel like he should be 3 or 4 shots away from death. I mean, provided I actually make those shots. I think after he's done running like that, he's a bit stunned, which gives you time to maybe even reload, because you won't have the opportunity to do so. I also think the enemies downstairs, they try to hit you. They're really trying to hit you, but they will miss as long as you stay up there. That thing moves around like so much. Jesus. He should go down very soon. We didn't miss a lot of shots, but I think we should be able to make it. I think we did make it. Otherwise, this video wouldn't be live, would it? Plus 1. And oh yeah, that was like the last bullet. I think maybe I could have crafted more, but that's not viable. So that was a bit messy, and I think you're definitely going to do a better job. Especially if you are using mouse or keyboards, but it's really difficult. Even though I'm using a controller I can remap, it's very difficult to like aim and press a button at the same time repeatedly. It's a different type of cheese. But we all love cheese, so cheese away. As you can tell, it's not threatening as long as you just keep swinging. But this chapter, this might be the chapter I like the least in the whole DLC. And I think it is the worst one for 2 reasons. The first one is the room with the knights, right? You have to worry about the knights, and this is like annoying already. But then you have to worry about the archers, and those guys, they never miss. There's two of them, and if you try to defeat them, they will like get replaced. This is so annoying. I hate when games do that. Like, they actually punish you for trying to find a solution. I don't like it. So it's just best to ignore them and hope for the best. Luis is going to trigger the enemies. You should not try to take them on. It's just pointless, waste of resources and ammo. What you should do is use a grenade, throw it like in this like tiny space. It's going to stun or stagger like most of them, and you can just run past them just like that. There's going to be a cutscene, and then you have to run after Luis. I don't know what happens if you fail this. Obviously you don't want to fail, and there's even like a shortcut you can take here. I think maybe it saves you like 10 seconds, which is, it may not be significant until you realize that maybe your run, I mean your S plus rank, ended because you were 10 seconds short. So maybe you wished you knew about that shortcut sooner. I don't know. But I think it's still pretty cool that they did that. I mean, it's not huge, you know, like 10 seconds is not huge, but I like that they give you those alternate paths you can follow. It's nice. And again, for the price, $10 for the price. I mean, for the price, it's like a steal. I still believe this is a steal. And don't forget to grab the treasure here. Like, so much fun for $10. I love Capcom. It's become like one of my favorite studios nowadays. They don't release a game and then make like a lengthy apology later. No, the game is usually that good. I enjoyed Street Fighter 6. I enjoyed Resident Evil Remake. I think they're working on Dragon Dogma. I never played the first one. Maybe I will, and then play the sequel. But yeah, Capcom they tend to not miss at the moment, and I hope it lasts a while because there's so many games they can remake, and I can't wait. So you don't have to kill those guys, but they can grab you and make your life difficult on your way back. So I would say kill those guys. And you can tell he was about to spin the moment I went. Like, sometimes it would happen. The enemy will be walking in a straight line, and then the moment you try to press the stab button, they're going to turn, and you're going to just whiff, and then they know you're there, and then you die. I don't know why the game is unnecessarily like that hard. Sometimes it just feels like the game is rigged. They're trying just to mess with you. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Like, trying to punish you for playing well. And I know some people told me about the adaptive difficulty. The better you play, the more punishing the game is going to become. Something like that, which is funny, like punishing you for playing well. Yeah, whatever. I mean, oh yeah. You should grab the case which increases the drop rate of large resources. The reason why is because we just get the flash grenade recipe, and we're going to need a lot of flash grenades. I mean, not a lot of them, but having many will make your life easier, especially when it comes to that room with the knights. I wouldn't save just yet, but I will remember though to equip the case. Otherwise, it wouldn't very make sense to buy something you don't equip. And I was just making sure that I couldn't get like the resources, because 3 resources that's a lot of resources. So I'm going to sell a mixed herb for 10k, which is a lot of money, and then get the resources. And you know what? I'm going to craft just a lot of flash grenades. Oh yeah, I feel like they're pretty good. Like, whenever you find yourself in a dark spot, and especially if you get stun locked, the only way to get out of that position is using a flash grenade, because everything else which will most likely kill you. So I feel like whenever you have a flash grenade on you, you cannot die. Or rather, if you die, then, well, the game wasn't playing fair. And you know what? sometimes I can solve, especially when I'm not recording, I can solve this puzzle in like 3 seconds. But the moment, I swear to God, at the moment I am making a video, I feel like I'm taking like a minute to do something so simple. Anyway, we are slowly approaching the part I really dislike, and I feel like the room with the knights didn't have to feature like the actors. It didn't have to. Like, it's like they were trying to find a way to make it more tedious, and they successfully succeeded. But yeah, I really hate that room. It's even worse than the one with in the base game. You know, when you have to wait for Ashley to help you. Yeah, I actually wish I had Ashley now. All things considered, she's annoying, but she's useful sometimes. Don't forget to grab the flash grenade here. They are very precious. We will save soon, but not just yet. The TMP is not the best weapon for this section. Obviously the handgun is the best one. But I would say, in case you don't know, you don't have to wait to get into the next room to shoot the medallions. You can do so like before the door even opens. But also, I don't think anybody is going to die. It's quite slow. Like the drop is quite slow, even on professional. I don't think even if you miss like 10 shots, you're going to die. I wish. Listen to me. I know it sounds pretty toxic, but I wish they would have made it faster, depending on the difficulty you were playing on, because it's not threatening. Especially because you can shoot all of them, like all the medallions at once. It kind of removes the sense of danger. That thing was nowhere next to me, but I barely made it. Like, yeah, okay. Okay. So this part is and just running after. You know what? I will just save here because so many things can go wrong in that room that you shouldn't take any chances. And yeah, like sometimes whenever I feel like I'm wasting too much ammo or too many healing items, I just reload my previous save. But if you want to do that, if you want to reload your save, you should quit the game first and then reload the game. I'm going to explain why later. But here, use a flash grenade because you don't want to waste time with them. So just throw the grenade. If you don't throw the grenade and try to go to place the bottle, they're going to hit you, and they can stun lock you, and that's not good. You will not die, but you will have to use a healing item, which is not convenient. So this is the room I really hate. You're going to see why. So right now we have a ton of light resources thanks to the keys we equipped, and I'm also making sure I craft some rifle ammo in between my flash grenades. And yeah, now we have to worry about those guys. They're not hard. Again, those guys are very easy. You just need to make sure that you never stay in the same spot like too long. And whenever both of them like that have their parasites exposed, then you use a flash grenade and bam, they're down. You could also use the rifle, but you want to save the rifle ammo for the bosses or like make those very tricky shots. And we got hit, unfortunately, before we were able to throw the grenade. But it's okay. Make it inside the room. It sounds weird when I say it because it's like so tiny and they can corner you, but you should be okay. so far so good. Like, we only have like one more to stagger. We also have to worry about the archers. And just the only threat in this level. That guy is down. Now we just oh my god, yeah, that was a very close one. As you can see, we almost died. But right now is the perfect opportunity to use a flash grenade. And they are all dead. GG, well played. Be careful, they can still hit you. We still need to like grab the bottle right here, and that lady is definitely 100% going to. Oh, she didn't hit us. They're also very tanky, so honestly, just use your knife. The archers are also very tanky. I will also get rid of this archer from here, and that's it. It may not look as bad, you know, because we did it, but I can assure you that so many things can go wrong. You need to like always keep moving, and because you can't rely on parrying in this difficulty, because well, like, it's just too many things to parry. How to worry about the bolts, how to worry about the knights with like different attacks, and sometimes they can leap from like so far away. You will assume they won't hit you, but they will. So yeah, I don't feel like blocking against the knights it's kind of like is viable. If anything, you should try to get away, and even the tentacles, they can hit you, so I say just run away. So I'm going to do something very questionable here, and I will explain why. Because it's going to take me a lot of tries to get this thing to work. Like I still struggle with the Las Plagas guy, with the Gloria Las Plagas guy. I really struggle with this guy, and I tend to save before the night and save right after the night. That's like, it's going to look like a waste of saves, but honestly, like I told you, those two sections are the worst ones for me in the whole DLC. Like the whole DLC, it's like I would rather like just go in the volley, like all the guys holding dynamite, than go through the maze or the room with the knights again. I just hate it. So I make sure to collect everything, and then I will go back to the merchant, upgrade everything which needs upgrading, save, and go deal with the Gloria Las Plagas. I'm not gonna lie, having Stingray would have made such a huge difference when it comes to the next encounter, because you need to land the shots and you need to like place yourself in a certain position and then hope that the grabber won't grab you, and just take the time. It's like, this weapon is also very slow, so it's the reason why I'm trying to increase the rate of fire. I feel like whenever you use the rifle, your character like slows down, which annoys me. Even when you try to like switch weapons, they feel slow-ish. Anyway, I'm saving. You don't have to, but I can't tell you how many times I failed this part and I don't feel confident just going in there without saving. Also, don't forget that we updated our case, and now we can get more fish. Fish we can use to heal whenever we need to. You don't want to waste any time here. The moment you go out there, you should try to aim and like try to shoot like in like the exposed part, like its head. Not its head, but you know. Also use the flash grenade. Try to stab it. Use TMP. Another flash. He's going to ignore it. See, that guy is very... Oh. I think I got lucky that he tried to... For some reason, he tried to go back when he could have kept running. So I was already ready to reload because I thought it was over, that he was going to... He runs pretty fast. There's no way you're going to catch up with him. He's just gone. And then you have to wait some The last players here, they can insta kill you. It's not the ones with the tentacles, it's the ones where they can just grab your head. And unfortunately, I was not able to outrun the grabber. They can lunge from afar. Maybe I should have crouched, but I was already too stressed because I made it. I felt like my time was decent, so I just wanted to grab the treasures here and hopefully not get grabbed or just instantly die. So I wasted yet another flash grenade. But was it worth it? I think, yeah, all things considered, because we did kill that guy pretty fast. We did kill him pretty fast, and
The last ingredient's not.
I don't want to have to do it again. So do whatever you have to do to deal with him as fast as you can. You don't want to run after him. It's quite tedious. He runs really fast, and then you have to waste like, your ammo on like random enemies. It's not viable. And yeah, but we will finish the level.
That's right. I still have
And I think
some unfinished
here is the
business.
part where we get the treasure we really need in order to make the run easier. I feel like having spent so much time in like playing the professional difficulty in the base game, the base remake, and that lady saw us the moment we came. I could have stabbed her. It's okay. See how tanky she is? She can just tank those bullets. Like, she doesn't care. That's a lot of bullets. And she will probably turn. She didn't turn, thank God. We're probably going to get hit. We didn't get hit. That's a miracle. He is going to drop down 100%. But what we need right now is to get the treasure. I mean the treasures. And try not to die in the process. Which, if you know me, is quite difficult. But also we have fish. So fish is... yeah, that's why we got fish. Open the door if you can break the crate, but they're going to come for you, so I wouldn't waste any more time here. But I would get the treasure still. At some point, you will have so much money that you can start ignoring those. Just, you know, run. It's not even efficient. Like, again, I'm not speedrunning the game. I'm just trying to give you some insights when it comes to how to make your life easier. Right? We're not trying to complete the DLC within like 50 minutes. It's doable.
I should check below.
It's going to require lots of effort and patience, but no, we're just going to take our time and just beat it under 2 hours and 30 minutes. But yeah, at some point we will be able to just run past everything.
This must be.
Oh, actually, it's not in this chapter. It's like in the next one. Oh, so yeah, we get the treasure in the next level. Nice. I also think our time was decent. We did waste some time, but honestly, I'll take that as a W. And I think we're looking good when it comes to resources, so let's go. So this is where we get to fight the Black Robe and, well, defeat him for the last time. And also, as I mentioned before, it's very important that you don't forget the treasure. It's very important, because if you don't, then, well, you can still keep going, but honestly, I feel like sometimes using the rocket on the second phase is better than the first one, because I gotta be honest, the first phase is quite manageable. But hey, maybe just me. Stab this guy, and there's going to be two more enemies ahead. You want to pull the lever, and then just wait for them to like come just a little bit closer to you, and then shoot the flame. I mean the lantern down, and they're going to burn. Don't try to run there and grab the treasure and then get out. I mean, you can do that, but you can also die. So yeah, this is the elegant crown, and it is the most
Down we go.
I'll say it is the best treasure in the game. Basically, you can attach up to 5 jewels, which is definitely going to increase its value. And yeah. We want to go back here and get the velvet blue. It doesn't look like a lot, but you can collect up to maybe 20 or 15 velvet blue on a single run, so it adds up.
A nest. Hope it's not a sign of things to come.
And boy, do I hate this part, because we're going to have to deal with the novice turtle. I think that's their names. But first, you should take care of those archers before we get there. I have a feeling this guy is going to turn. They tend to do that just to annoy you. And this is a perfect moment to use a grenade. Again, still hoping they don't turn. They definitely will. They have to. And that guy's turning, see? And that guy turned too. I told you, it's I feel like sometimes it's like mandatory, like some guys are going to turn no matter what you do. This may be why sometimes people just prefer just running past them as opposed to fighting them, because you're going to waste some resources trying to defeat them, and when they turn, you're going to, don't forget the treasure, you're going to waste even more resources because now you have to use a flash grenade, otherwise it's going to be a pain in the ass. So that's why sometimes it's just better to run, but it's also very risky because you can get stun locked. If it wasn't for that one factor, like being stun locked, then it would have been easy. I'm now realizing that the TMP will not be efficient when it comes to dealing with everything else, because again, it's really to push enemies back. It's not really used to, good for, it could be good for dealing with enemies, but I just never upgraded it, which is why it kind of sucks. But it is a good weapon, don't get me wrong, it is a good weapon, but right now, because I haven't, wait, is that gonna be a problem? Like sometimes, oh, I forgot about that. This guy used the, I didn't get the upgrade to pull the shield, so just deal with that guy. He won't turn. Okay, you saw that I landed a, I'll say, anyway, I landed a headshot, but somehow he connected, but also it wasn't like a proper headshot. It's like sometimes the hitboxes in this game is they're very interesting. Like he got hit in the head by the bullet, but his head didn't pop, even though he felt it, which is weird and very inconsistent. Anyway, we could go back and grab this treasure, but we just need to pray that they don't hit us. Sometimes they can, sometimes they play by the rules and they will let you get the treasure and go back. There is one minor, it's not minor, it's kind of a big deal. We still have to defeat the Gyarados, and if you didn't know, in the professional difficulty you have to deal with 2 of them at a time. But wait, you might as well just hit that thing. So in the professional difficulty you have to deal with 2 of them at once, whereas even in hardcore difficulty it's just 1 you need to deal with. So yeah, it's not going to be easy, especially since we don't have plenty of grenades, like especially heavy grenades. So this is the proper time to sell our Dusty rifle. I love doing this, by the way. Like, how do they call it? Like putting the right jewels, and then I see the price, the selling price, and I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money. And it is a lot of money. So right now we are very rich. We're going to sell the biosensor scope, we won't need it, and also the rifle ammo. We're going to buy Stingray after selling the old the old rifle. And I think if we played our cards right, we should be able to afford Stingray and upgrade its damage, its like firepower, all the way to the max. So let me check. You should have just enough to left to buy the rocket launcher in the next, once you clear the room with the Gyarados. So I think so far we are doing well. And we still have plenty of spinels in case we need to, we need more treasures.
Bang for your buck, I guarantee it.
I don't think at this point we need to upgrade our case further. And I do want to save, but just not now. I want to grab, oh, there's a snake. Don't forget about the snake. It's like free health, so why wouldn't you kill the snake? So those guys are easy to spot. You need to just look out for the green eyes. The problem is the TMP is very bad at doing this, as you can see. The TMP is really bad, and right now we are in a bad spot. I'm going to try to use the, yeah. Even I can't believe I just almost died. Going to eat the snake and maybe eat some grass. Doesn't sound, it doesn't feel tasty, but the TMP is really bad for what I'm doing right now. I don't know if it's like the water is absorbing the bullets, but you can see I'm firing directly at them. They just don't care. They just don't care. Okay, so they died, but we still have to deal with 3 of them. So it's not looking good ammo-wise. I'm thinking about healing. Maybe I shouldn't have used the green herb. I could have found a red herb to use later, but well, it's okay. Hopefully we will be able to stab the guy before he magically turns around. Yeah. They always do that. Whenever you come close to them, they just want to turn around. So there's one guy we're looking for, yeah, there he is. He's not dead. I mean, he takes a lot of, oh my god. Yeah, he's gone. Hopefully this will be enough. It was good. I'm going to grab that yellow diamond, and there is a fish here. We definitely do not eat the fish. Like, you can eat fish in general in this game, but this one is not the kind of fish you want to eat. This one you want to set it. And actually I think we need to clear the whole segway before we go back and save, because I do want to go back and save. Yeah, so we should definitely do that. So again, whenever you fail and you want to reload the previous save, because the timer keeps going even if you die, if you press continue, it's going to add up to the time where you died at, which means that in order to not have your time add up every single time you die or every single time you want to reload the previous save, you need to quit the game, go to the main menu, the separate ways main menu, and then click continue. That way you're going to ensure that is the accurate time, because some people reported having played the DLC that they thought they did well, but then the time wasn't right. I'm guessing, I'm assuming that's because they never quit while going to the main menu. And yeah, you can see the TMP is not handling those guys properly. But hopefully that was the last one, and we can go back and sell the fish. I think you can still legit get the Chicago Sweeper. I think if we didn't span multiple tickets, multiple spinels, we would have been able to get maybe the exclusive ticket. But I think it's not worth it, because, well, then you have to use that weapon for the entirety of the game. It's not very, it's good, it's a good weapon, and it will get the job done, but I also feel like Stingray or a rifle or even the TMB are enough for what you want to do. So yeah, yet another request for the merchant. See, we wasted like a lot of spinels and we still have 21 left. I like that about the demo. I mean the DLC. It gives you plenty of I think we completed like 4 or 3 requests and we have like so much to trade. So I'm making the save here and I want to increase maybe the rate of fire, or rather ammo capacity. I think the rate of fire is fine, but we need to make sure that we can shoot as many bullets as possible before we reload. I thought by the time we get to the Gyarados we would have had the recipe for heavy grenades, but that's not the case. But if you don't know, heavy grenades, they destroy the Gyarados, and well, you can still shoot in their flesh, but it's not efficient, and you will have to deal with the grabbers and all those other enemies, and they are way worse than the Gyarados because they can grab you, stun lock you. Again, the Gyarados are fine, you know, they are driven by sound and it's easy to maneuver around them. The grabbers, no, I hate them the most. Oh my god, yeah, when you see that heavy grenade, you can start smiling because you're almost there. It would have been GG if we had like 2 of them, but hey. Make sure you can align the shot properly, that way you can hit both weak spots in one shot. I think that's just what happened, so we were lucky. Went to throw this heavy grenade and hopefully it did something. I feel like it may not have done something, but it's okay. Went to throw another grenade because they're all gathered there, still hoping it actually hit people and not, it didn't pretend to hit people. They're still alive. I think that guy died though. I think one of them is dead. Oh no, they're both alive. Oh, but well, see the grabbers here? The grabbers are so annoying. Like, I'm trying to do something here, but he's just so jealous. So yeah, you always have to be on the move because of those guys. Very annoying. That's one down and we almost died. I think we should consider crafting yet another flash grenade because the Las Plagas thingy out there and they're going to be super fast and annoying as always. This is not optimal, like, at all, but hey, it works. So right now we're just wasting time because we do want to collect the treasures they drop, but we don't want to like waste any more bullets on those guys. I think we wasted enough time as it is, so just ignore those guys and let's go. They can't really follow you anymore. They can still throw things at you, but as long as you don't stay in one spot for too long, you should be good. Don't forget to grab everything you can grab on your way back to the elevator, and that's going to be, maybe, we won't save because I don't think we need to save. I mean, maybe we do. I don't think so. The fight is pretty straightforward. Use the rocket launcher for the first phase and use Stingray and flash grenades for the second phase. The problem is, it's all about you landing those shots, and I have a serious case of missing every single shot I ever take all the time, so if I can do it, then you will probably do it better. Yeah, so I don't know, when it comes to this game, for some reason I can't aim properly. I don't know, I play some Call of Duty sometime when I do have the time, but in this game my aim is terrible. We're going to break those boxes. We're going to make some space also in the, make some space for the rocket launcher, and buy some resources too. Don't forget about those, very valuable. And yeah, anything else. I don't think we need anything else though. Do we? I don't think so. Maybe we should craft some more rifle ammo. Yeah, definitely, and like some flash grenades. I think we're going to get some large resources. I think at some point we were probably swimming in flash grenades, but we ran out, unfortunately. Now, the moment the fight begins, you want to shoot. The rocket launcher is going to do this. He's down, but don't pick up the thing just yet. We need to go back and collect the items here. Very important. It's going to make your life easier, as you can see. And then we can maybe craft another flash grenade. And this should, in the best case scenario, this is be looking good. Going to wait
Not exactly what I expected.
for the thing to be like this. This is a perfect spot to drop the. He was about to do something nasty, and you just shoot the obvious yellow weak spot. That was a miss. Like, I don't understand it. Sometimes you will feel like you made the shot, but then you realize that you didn't. I wouldn't use. Okay, I wouldn't use the flash grenade twice in a row because sometimes it tends to ignore it. I don't know why that's the case, but even if you throw the flash grenade in front of it, it will ignore its effects. It's just kind of weird and not consistent. Hopefully we can. So when it does that, it's going to summon
You're not
the bastards, and well, you can ignore them. They're not very aggressive, and maybe they got nerfed because I felt like they were not as toxic as they used to be in the main game. They used to be so annoying, but right now you can see that they actually chill. You know, they're not trying to kill us, which is nice. Yet another mix. That could have been the shot to decide it all, but as always, we missed. And hopefully, just hopefully, this is going to be enough. It's a very long animation. And that was indeed enough. Phase 2 is in the bag, and that guy will never be seen ever again. That would have been better. And I think during this run, I thought I was stuck and I was panicking because, well, if you remember, the last save goes way back, but I was able to go out. So with this boss down, we only have to deal with Sadler, but there's going to be a lot of running around and hitting, managing, because we don't need any more treasures, right? At the end of the game, by the end, we can just sell everything and we'll still have enough to even fully upgrade another weapon. That's the thing. And we weren't even thorough when it comes to looking for treasures, but in the end, it didn't matter. And I think it all comes down to knowing exactly where to, like what is important and what you should do. Like, should you maybe try to find those enemies or just run past them? What's the best way to deal with a boss? You know, I feel like pausing and trying to adjust your aim is the best strat in most cases, but it can take longer if you're not good at it. I mean, if you play like me, it's actually a bad thing, but it's definitely efficient because, again, the enemies in this game, they can duck, they can even sometimes you can land the shot, but the bullet is going to go through them. It's very annoying. Yeah, but hey, whatever.
Now, back to class.
Also, I can't wait to see. I don't know if Distortion is going to try to speedrun the game. I really enjoyed watching his speedruns, and you know what's better than seeing a good run? It's seeing just a good run ending because of a mistake or something. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it's not even about you making a mistake, it's just the game being dumb. But I really enjoy those videos, and I really wish he will play the DLC. I think he has to. He has to do it. Anyway, that lady has very strong knees, and that's unfortunate. That was like a lot of bullets just to fall on the ground. Like, I wish she did. Like, the enemies in this game, like, sometimes they will take like 2 bullets in the knees and they will like get staggered, and sometimes you will unload an entire clip and they will not flinch. It's very interesting, especially in this difficulty, and this guy will definitely turn if we don't stab him. Yeah, but he did turn. I mean, I like it when they do that. I don't know what triggers it, like what makes them turn their back to you, allowing you to backstab them. If I knew that, I would use it. I assume it's just shooting them in the knees, but sometimes it doesn't. They will fall and get staggered, but it's not an insta kill. I also wouldn't bother killing those guys, just a waste of time and ammo. I think maybe we should save here.
Why not treat yourself?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I feel like
What can I do? A deal well struck.
if we do die, we'll have to go back all the way to the Gyarados, which is it's a huge setback. So I think it's better to just save, because it's not a difficult section, but the grabbers can grab you while the boulders crushes you. The boulders crush you, and it can happen so fast. And I think we are managing our saves quite efficiently, and if we play our cards right, we will probably save less than 10 times.
What you buying?
I think we don't need anything per se. We just have to run for the most part, so repair the knife and be ready to run. Stab this guy, and there's going to be another guy you should stab, but you should go from the right, because he will turn the moment you're close to him. Then there's going to be a girl with the guy with the shield. You don't need to kill them like at all, so you should probably bait them and then make a run for it, which is ideal. Just stab the guy just in case he's going to come back and be a pain in the ass later. So here there's like a flash grenade you can grab and then use it. That way they won't all target you while you're going up the ladder. That's why I said that the flash grenades are actually OP. Imagine, for example, a run where you had like infinite flash grenades. That would be funny, because nobody will be able to touch you. So I would say don't risk it. Like, whenever you feel like the boulder is on top of you, like, and there's like an enemy like coming, it's not safe to go for it. And whenever you see the archers, try to stagger them before you try to run, because then if you get hit, you guessed it, stand locked, and boulder crushes you. It's not, I'll say it's not by chance that archer is there. He serves a purpose. He's there to just stagger you and push you back just enough for the boulder to crush you. So keep that in mind. Shoot in the knees. Unfortunately, that I don't know how they were able to close the gap that fast. I was expecting them to be farther away, but in this game you never know. It feels like sometimes enemies, the moment you break line of sight, they teleport. I swear to God they do. So initially my plan was to take this slow, just land some headshots and then make my way up, but this is not what we're going to do. Just going to stagger them and keep moving hope for the best. You don't have to do it this way. I just got pissed because I got hit. I had to heal, even though I didn't want to. I got fell. We got hit again by the guy. He didn't care about being, I don't know. Anyway, I think I was super pissed again. Like, I got hit twice just because I broke line of sight. So yeah, you should be careful. The bosses, like, you can know the directions when it comes to how to tackle the bosses, but for those encounters, you just need to be careful. You're most likely to die to random enemies than dying to a boss. So whatever you do, do not, I'll say, underestimate the enemies. You know, don't try to be a hero. Whenever you're trying to run away from them, tend to look away as opposed to looking at them.
Gotta keep the client
And the
happy.
grabbers can be avoided by ducking. Not always, but I'll say 90% of the time whenever you duck, they're going to miss the grab. And when it comes to the archers, I will just headshot them. They can shoot twice before reloading. And I'll say one hit is enough to stagger you and start lock you, and now allowing all the enemies to catch up to you and maybe kill you. It's so easy to get comboed. I learned that the hard way in the base game, and we're not going to save. We don't have to. This is like almost the end. There's a treasure I really want to get. I don't know if I need it. And yeah, you saw the R2 prompt, and for some reason she missed. And at this point, you know, if I was already triggered, this I was unhappy because I was really trying to be efficient, and that was not efficient. So maybe it's going to serve as a lesson for you when it comes to what not to do. Don't try to, again, not underestimate the enemies. If you can just take care of them using the rifle, headshot them, it's better than getting hit 3 times in a row and having to waste precious resources. So I didn't have to go for the treasure there, but I still decided to do it, and well, I paid the price. But also I thought I could go in there and not have to kill anybody, and that was obviously a mistake I shouldn't have committed. But yeah, basically learn from my mistakes and never underestimate how resilient the enemies can be. Chapter 6 and also 7 are quite similar to the main game, where you don't really kill enemies. You try to
I've got a way
get to the end as fast as you can, trying to avoid enemies and making sure you don't get hit too much in the process. It's possible. I think it's very possible to beat this game without getting hit a single time. It's very possible, but then you would have to know all the tricks when it comes to, and even know by heart, like see, again, you can see that I pressed R2 the moment it was shown to me, but for some reason it didn't matter. There's a treasure back here we can collect, and that guy followed us all the way here. Yeah, that's interesting. Nice. Should be dead. Let's go. I'm crafting some flash grenades just in case, and soon you will see why you should never underestimate, and sometimes why it's just better to kill enemies as opposed to trying to run away from them. It's a bit strange the way, I'll say, elevators work in this game. Sometimes even if there is like nobody inside the elevator, you won't be able to activate it, and this is what happened to me here. Like there was nobody next to it, but because I was in combat, apparently it didn't work. But it should have worked. I didn't understand why he said that to me. That was very questionable. And I wasn't looking great. I got hit so many times while trying avoid those enemies, and I wasn't not able to activate the elevator, which is weird because I'm pretty sure that in some sections of the game, even with enemies like after you, you would have still been able to activate the thing. See, still not saying that I can. And with like no more heals, I was not looking great. And when I was coming here, I was doing fine. That guy almost killed me. So, don't make the same mistakes I made. I think what I should have done is deal with them previously. I could have easily dealt with them because I used the flash grenade, but again, I thought I had enough time and I made it to the elevator. The problem was that I was in combat, so I couldn't interact with the switch. So, I don't know how it works sometimes in this game, but I don't know. But that was very uncalled for because I really felt like I played my cards right. So if you go through here and if you can defeat the enemies, you should do so. Like, take your time. I think we saved so much time here that it doesn't even matter if we take some time to kill some enemies. And you can see that I also get some health because, well, I'm not looking too good. So yeah, that's not good because again, the whole chapter 6 and 7 is just us running. It's very important that to do that you have enough health to tank whatever the game throws at you. This is also a great spot to save because, well, it is a very long running section. So follow this path and you should be okay. Go around the containers, go up this ramp. Don't even waste any time breaking anything. You don't need more resources or more ammo. You're good, man. Yeah, don't get grabbed. But we were able to avoid whatever. Okay, so this right here is very questionable, but hopefully they were just staring at us as opposed to trying to attack us, because if they did, we would have died. There's nothing we could have done there, but that's why I told you that this is a good spot to save, because I knew that the chances of this chapter becoming toxic are very high. It's not quite the level of chapter, I'll say 15 of the main game with all the Akubiato guys, all those. That chapter was very toxic, but yeah, this is pretty chill compared to the other one. I would also deal with those guys, but I don't know, man. That weapon is very bad when you don't update it. I mean, upgrade it. It's like it's very bad. I don't even think I hit them once. I'd also be very careful. There's one more generator alive in the unit right next to us, so if you accidentally shoot like an explosive, like a grenade or something next to him, he's going to like come out and be a pain in the ass. So don't do that. Maybe I could have just thrown a heavy grenade. That way I wouldn't have to spend so much more blast ammo. Again, you don't have to deal with all those enemies, but it only takes one mistake for you to get grabbed and stun locked. Wait for this guy to come out and go around. They are no threat. Honestly, the grabbers and I'll say the normal enemies are way more problematic than any boss in this game. This is my personal opinion, that the grabbers and the enemies are so much worse. You can take your time and collect some items before you get the generator. And since we don't need any more treasures, well, it's pretty chill, to be honest. Whenever you feel like you've done the hardest part, because the hardest part is behind us and we're just trying to make our way to Sadler, and that's it. Hopefully in the process we won't get hit too much because we still need a lot of health. I mean, not a lot of it, but we still need some health to make it to the end. There's going to be a guy with the Las Plagas thingy attached to his back. You want to stop him because we got hit way too many times already and we can't afford to get hit even more. That would be very bad. So right now we're looking good. I gotta be honest, we're looking very, very good. There's a black I think there's some fish we can get, which is huge. Unfortunately we can get the chicken, the black bass, and for this part there's not really a strat. I think there might be, but I think it's almost impossible to not get hit, but you just have to make a run for it and hope for the best. He's going to block the way, and sometimes you can just dash through it or something, but again, don't even try to fight those guys. It's pretty pointless, especially not the Iron Maiden. He's very tanky. I think he also has like 9 or 10 hearts. It's you don't want to fight this guy. So sometimes, honestly, I can get hit only once there, and then I'm out. But sometimes I can double block the door, and well, you're not going anywhere. Basically, your run is over. Anyway, this is the part where we start running, and we just pray that nothing bad happens to us, because that would be very unfortunate. But heal wise, it's not looking great, but also it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I think people don't realize that this could be a full game. The DLC on its own could have been a whole game, and it's $10. I'm still baffled by how cheap it is. And also, you can use this spot to snipe that guy over there. And I mean, it's not going to do much, but at least there's like one less person to worry about. But yeah, here you just have to shoot those guys one at a time. They usually take 1 bullet depending on the weapon you have, so even if I shoot them in the toe, I think they're going to die. And I really thought that I don't know, sometimes it really feels like the bullets they go through enemies. I got hit there, even though my thingy was going down, but he still managed to. Anyway, anyway.
Then I can take care of the rest.
Very questionable sometimes this game. I gotta be honest. I love it. Still one of the best games, if not the best game released this year. But sometimes, I swear to God, the game is messing with you. Like, seriously messing with you. I also heard that, I can't confirm it, but I also heard that they fixed most of the skips which were present in the base game, you know, the doll skips. And I gotta be honest, like some skips were pretty funny, especially the Father Mendes one where you see him outside and he's like transformed like that. That one always bugged me, like why is he there? Anyway, I think maybe it's safe to save here. I mean, not really. It's not a difficult section, but as long as you follow some like a very clear path, you should be okay. Those guys are going to shoot and then take a break. Whenever they take a break, you should move from cover to cover. Don't try to make a run for it. Just take it slow, and you can even get through this entire section without getting hit a single time. Just wait for your turn, crouch, move from one cover to the next, and just like that we're out. Here, I would take out that guy, the Molotov thrower guy, and they tend to transform. And here he clearly got headshot, but he didn't care. As always, that guy will transform. Yeah, absolutely. Time to make many flash grenades because this whole thing, this whole level here is. I think you can skip going around if you can get one enemy to be targeted by the firing machine, but it's quite. I think it's not difficult to make it happen. Just you punching one person and hoping they don't die in the process. See those lasers there? If you can just make one person get there, that's it. And I think it might be the best option because here we need to worry about those guys throwing dynamites just like this. And yeah, we almost died. We almost died just like that, and that guy is ready already to kill us. I like how they are really, I don't know, I feel like they're connected. We got hit again, which is okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter unless we get sniped from afar, which is most likely going to happen because with my lag, well, you know, I always get hit by a hatchet thrown 10 miles away from me. And you can see on the bridge, like the whole squad is there to to kill you, to murder you. So use one more flash grenade. You don't have to, but just to be safe. That's a lot of people trying to kill you. That's a lot of them, and you do not want to be standing up by those guys. You're going to you won't even have time to plug the menu. I think maybe they were like 15. So here you want to like hug the wall and then go left. If you immediately go left, it's going to kill you. So first you hug the wall like right, you break the crate, and then you make like a hard left. If you don't do that again, you will die. I promise you, you will.
Need to find the main terminal.
We still don't have a reason to save. If anything, that's like the easiest part of this chapter. Is I forgot the name of the guy, Machelino or something. He is okay, and also you should remember the codes for the doors. They don't change. They're always going to be the same. So remember all of them. It's going to save you like maybe like 1 minute or two.
You don't look friendly.
Yeah, he's friendly. And he's also very slow. And here they actually have a breakable wall. If you have a grenade, you can use it here, and you're going to bypass having to crouch, which is huge. I think it's like a 2-minute save. I'm not sure, but it's significant. And it's a nice secret too. I don't wonder though, can you kill that guy using a rocket launcher? I'm assuming no, because you won't be able to then have him follow you around. So I'm assuming you can kill him. But yeah, he's so adorable. He's going to wait for you to be. He's just so cute. How can anybody like not love him? You can stab this guy just to make sure that he doesn't follow you around or like, be a nuisance. And then comes the laser room. You can bypass the first one if you just keep moving forward the moment the cutscene ends. And for those ones, just spam circle or whatever button you press to crouch, and that's it. I mean, like the first part is over. There we go.
This is it. Now, how to connect the device.
time-wise, like we're looking good. We still have a whole hour spare,
Okay.
so we can definitely start relaxing. You know, we have plenty of saves left. We can take it slow. We can relax. We can breathe. You know, just a little bit before we get into chapter 7. I mean, not. I don't know. I feel like Sadler has so much health, which is it's so annoying. So you should mash your crouch button. It's like it's impossible to die here. Like, come on, those are not real QTEs. Those are like baby QTEs. So if you die here, I don't know, man. I feel like you couldn't have survived the glory days of God of War, like with the insane QTEs. That game was wild. So, Marcelino is dead. He was nice, but he died. And we're heading into the last chapter in the game. We won't save just yet. Or maybe we should have. I don't know. I feel like it's okay
Leon's headed for their
to
sanctuary.
not save. You should be okay. That's usually what I say before I just fumble, and I'm like, hey, I wish I. Oh, actually, yeah, there's a save here. So if you want to save, you should do so.
Come take a look. Welcome. I still have some new items you might be in better to
We're going
be
to get some more
over.
healing items, and
Am I right? A deal well.
that's it for now.
go and call-
So, do you want to save? If the answer is yes, then go for it. Right now, this is like save number 9. We won't make one before Sadler because it's like an easy boss fight. We don't have to save. We're going to. One thing we definitely will need are flash grenades. 100%. The rifle is already out. Hopefully, we can land the. Nope, we didn't land the headshot. He will definitely turn. They always do. That guy tried to punch us. Another one's going to come through the door. He's too fat. And he's blocking the door. We will get grabbed probably. We didn't. We can go around now. Probably get smacked by the. Oh well. Never mind. Go around the shield guy. That was an amazing parry. Just keep running. You don't have to kill to collect anything or try to prove anything. Just use your flash grenades to create some space. Don't get hit by the lasers. It's just basically running. But here though, you need to make sure that the bull guy, is outside. And I think this is where I thought I may have fumbled. As always, I almost died there. I'm in combat, even though everybody is. I don't know what I was doing here. I should have healed. I really should have healed. And do you see that I was able to press the button, the switch, even though I was clearly in combat. This is why I don't understand why sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. I feel like the moment you make it inside the elevator with no other enemy around you, you should be able to activate it. I don't know why they have that in combat thingy. It's not like a save you're trying to make. You're trying to go up. You should be able to activate the switch no matter what. And the only thing which should prevent you from going up is like enemies within the area, but nobody is inside except you. So why is it not possible? You see, it's like very inconsistent. And this guy turned, of course, because why wouldn't he? And we don't have any more flash grenades. We can still craft some, but this was not the plan, obviously. But those guys can easily kill you. So yeah, we want to play it safe. Go around. We are definitely in combat, and Ada is trying to sabotage the run, but she won't. They can actually hit you even if you're inside, by the way, if they throw the the hatchet. It's so crazy. This game is crazy. This game is actually crazy.
Almost there.
And I love it. Coming up next is the Saddler boss fight. I don't know if it's like somebody tried to do this fight legit, but it takes like 20 hours. Like, he has so much health. Like, come on. Anyway, make some space, get the rocket launcher, sell everything beside maybe the TMP and your rifle, Stingray, and yeah, sell everything. Again, this is the last time I'm going to ever see the merchant, so sell everything, say goodbye, upgrade the TMP. You should definitely upgrade the TMP because you'll see why. But by the time you get here, you should have like plenty of money. You should be swimming in money. And again, we were not thorough with the way we were collecting items. And look at this, we're still rich.
Your valuables won't do
We are
you
still
much good in the
rich.
wreck.
Yeah, even the we should be okay. I mean, I decided to not sell the
I'll pay a pretty penny for that. Well,
I really thought maybe, just maybe, there's going to be a scenario where I need to use
that's good work.
the
if I could try
blast
that on a
the
facade.
blast bowls or whatever. Anyway,
You are.
upgraded TMP.
Well, pleasant.
Keep Stingray just in case, and we still have plenty of money. It doesn't even matter. But do get the rocket launcher.
Welcome,
And
stranger.
other than that,
Next time,
yeah, that's it.
buy something.
That's basically it. It all comes down to this. Be careful. We have 2 enemies ahead. But I really feel like in the DLC they are less aggressive because they used to be so annoying in the main game. But maybe they got nerfed. I really feel like they got nerfed. Also, I don't want to go and play Chapter 10 again just to see how bad they have been nerfed or if they got nerfed at all. But they used to be like very annoying. Like top 1 most annoying enemies in the game. So, equip the rocket launcher. And the moment the cutscene's over, you can just say bye-bye.
Not long.
And this is the last. Like, this is insane. Like, you made it all this way to not stumble. Now, you can still save, but why would you do that? You got this.
Just what I was looking for.
Those guys, you don't have to kill them. But also, you need to pray that they don't kill you too, because it's really difficult for them to kill you, but they can't kill you. But I'm just telling you that you don't have to deal with them. Don't be panicky whenever you see the laser on your head, and whenever they are shouting "Akubiato," they can't do shit to you unless you want them to. Stagger them. Run past them, stagger, run past them. He almost interrupted us, by the way. The grabbers, man, they're so terrible. Yeah, well, keep running, do not wait a second, just keep running. Try to go around the shield guys. Then my guy needs to die. Oh, you know, it doesn't even matter at this point. Just try to make your way. Avoid the bulls. Someone to try to kick you. It's okay. We are halfway there. Halfway. It's so funny to me that those guys are trying to shoot those rocket launchers, even at close range. Like, imagine, guys, what would happen if you actually succeed. We're all going to die, but they just don't care. They just don't care. So, as you can see, the enemies which were here, they spawned, which is huge.
Time to
And
end
right
this.
now,
Hold on, Leo.
we can almost taste victory. Almost there. There's like one guy with a rocket launcher, and I would say that you should take care of. He actually killed me once, and that was so funny. Like he actually shot the missile or whatever between the rails, and he was able to kill me. It shouldn't have happened, and that flash grenade was wasted. Thank you. Sometimes they can all fall, and sometimes they don't care. Again, it's okay. We're almost there. Almost there. Shoot those guys. You don't want to be a meme. You don't want to go all this way just to I don't even know what hit me, but it's okay. It's okay. Just keep going. This is it. Like if you make it past this one elevator, that's it. Like come on, you can do it. Maybe. And just like that, you got grabbed. It's okay. You got grabbed, and now your whole life, you try to question your whole life. You're still in combat. You're throwing everything you can, and I'm like, okay. So this is why I kept the bow or whatever, the crossbow, and I don't understand how this is happening. I'm not trying to. I can't kill the boots because he's going to remain in the. What I should do is try to get all of them away from the elevator. But I don't understand how they caught up to me. It's just so. And that was also the main berry, and she missed the. I was getting. I swear to God, you can't imagine how triggered I was getting. And then it worked, even though again that guy was like right next to me, but he didn't say that I was in combat. Anyway, I was still bagging because I knew that was it. Like the game tried to to have its way with me toward the very end. And this is a professional difficulty, by the way. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. You can have the perfect run, and right toward the end, you're going to become a meme. Oh, I love this game. I love this game. This is by far one of the best DLCs I've ever played. It's very substantial and very fun. And also playing with Ada and the cat ears and tail, it's intriguing. So that was it, and we had like so much time to spare. So much time to spare. Again, you don't have to be perfect. It could have been like 20 minutes, it could have ended 20 minutes sooner if I wasn't a dumbass, but hopefully you can see, and it's going to inspire you and help you in case you're struggling. This is really not difficult, it's just the game sometimes doesn't play fair. I'm Jisoo, and I don't know, let me know what you would like to see next on the channel, maybe like a knife only run, but yeah, this game, I love it. Sometimes I love it, but some other days I just want to quit gaming altogether. Anyway, stay healthy. Peace.